Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to the 2025 Governor's Awards. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Shawnee Rechtenbach, and I am the Cabinet Secretary for the Department of Human Services. And it is such a pleasure to be here and get to do this event. So we've got an exciting morning for you. We're here today, of course, to honor and celebrate South Dakotans whose dedication has empowered individuals with disabilities to achieve independence and succeed in the workplace. I'm proud to share that South Dakota leads the nation in our employment rate for individuals with disabilities, and that employment rate is a remarkable 61.1%. And when you compare that to the national average, which is just 46.3%, you really see the dramatic work that we're doing in South Dakota. This achievement, of course, reflects the hard work and dedication of so many people across our great state. Now, of course, as long as the employment rate for people with disabilities is less than those without disabilities, there's still work for us to do. And I want to encourage businesses like those that we're honoring today to partner with valuable resources like the Department of Human Services Rehabilitation Services Program. We can help businesses tap into this very talented and capable workforce that all too often may be underestimated. This year, our nation proudly celebrated the 35th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, otherwise known as the ADA. Since the signing of the ADA, we have seen great progress advancing rights and opportunities of people with disabilities. Things like curb cutouts and accessible public transportation have made it easier to navigate public spaces. Closed captioning and inclusive education have been wonderful changes that have been moved forward by the ADA. One of the main things I believe the ADA has done is to help shift cultural change and societal norms by increasing that public awareness and challenging negative stereotypes surrounding disabilities. And that's why it's important that we take time today to recognize our award winners for the meaningful difference they are making in creating inclusive workplaces and communities where individuals with disabilities can truly succeed. So before we begin today's ceremony, I have just a couple of housekeeping items for you. Immediately following the awards presentations, we're going to ask all the award recipients to stay close and come up here in front of the stairs for some additional photographs. So don't run off. And then also, following that, we will be continuing our celebration at a reception next door at the Capitol Visitors Lake. So right next door to the Capitol along the lake. And we invite everyone to come there and continue the celebration with our award recipients. Now, without further ado, I would like to turn the microphone over to our Master of Ceremonies. It's my honor and privilege to introduce our Governor, Larry Roden.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Well, thank you, Shawnee, and welcome everyone to the state capitol. I know my friend and former Governor Kristi Noem always told me that this was one of her favorite events of the year, and I've been to it a couple times, and when they recognized people that I knew and business owners that I was familiar with, and I can say much the same thing. I think this is a great program. South Dakota has become an example to the nation in a lot of ways, and I think this is just another way that we really set a high standard in South Dakota. We recognize that everyone is capable of contributing, no matter what their gifts or talents that they're blessed with. Part of growing up on the ranch was my parents teaching us hard work and determination from a very young age. And I see those qualities in today's list of award winners. You work hard and you serve others. And I think God put us on the planet with a heart for service to others. And that's at the heart of what it means to be a South Dakotan. And it's what it takes to keep our state strong, safe, and free. You are all examples to others of what we should seek and follow. And I'm proud that we can highlight the benefits of disability employment with today's ceremony. And my hope is that more South Dakotan employers will consider hiring South Dakotans with a disability. After all, with the lowest unemployment in the nation, we need more workers in South Dakota. This is a high-quality pool that is yet to be fully utilized. I can't wait to meet today's awardees, and I can't wait to honor them for their incredible, unique contributions to South Dakota. And now I have the honor of introducing the folks who will introduce the awardees. And first up to introduce our outstanding individual with a disability, please welcome Jessica Smith to the podium.
Hi, I'm Jessica Smith. I'm a third grade teacher from Spearfish, South Dakota. It is my honor to recognize an extraordinary individual whose life and hard work has touched countless lives within the disability community and beyond. Today, we celebrate Jim Hoxie, a man whose journey from personal challenge to powerful advocacy has inspired change and has created a legacy. Jim is a retired forester from Spearfish who began experiencing vision loss due to glaucoma in 2001. By 2013, he was legally blind. What followed was a personal journey through extensive rehabilitation and weeks of orientation and mobility training. That 6-week program did more than teach him new skills, it sparked a mission. Jim used what he learned to become a voice for others. He understood the power of visibility, education, and connection, and he stepped forward to make sure those living with blindness or low vision were seen, heard, and respected. With the help of retired teacher Joanna Jones, Jim began presenting in schools, teaching children what it means to live with vision loss and how a simple white cane can symbolize independence. He crafted modeled white canes by hand for students to use, giving them firsthand understanding of what mobility looks like for someone who is blind. These classroom moments have become seeds of empathy that continue to grow today. Jim and Joanna went on to co-author Grandpa's White Cane, a children's book that shares Jim's personal story and educates readers of all ages about blindness. That book and the message that it carries has traveled across the US and Canada. Jim has spoken at state and national conventions, mentored individuals who are newly blind, and trained others to carry forward his vital work. Jim's impact has been clear: communities more aware, children more compassionate, and people with disabilities feel more visible, capable, and empowered. His story reminds us that independence is not about doing it alone. It is having the tools, support, and belief that you can live life fully on your terms. Jim Hoxie is not just an advocate. He is a role model, an educator, a mentor, and a trailblazer. Today, we thank him for his courage, compassion, and unwavering commitment to building a more inclusive world. Please join me in celebrating this year's Outstanding Individual with a Disability Award recipient, Jim Hoxie.
Well, thank you, Jessica, and congratulations once again to Jim. Next, to introduce our outstanding employee with a disability, please welcome my Secretary of Game, Fish, and Parks, Kevin Roebling, to the microphone. Kevin.
Well, thank you, Governor. Yes, today I'm going to be recognizing the outstanding employee with a disability for Sean Lyons, here sitting to my right. And again, my name is Kevin Roebling, Cabinet Secretary for the South Dakota Game, Fish, and Parks. And today I'm happy to share a little about Sean Lyons, the Outstanding Employee with a Disability Award recipient. For 13 years, Sean Lyons led one of the most respected organizations in our state, the South Dakota Retailers Association. In 2017, while attending an out-of-state conference, everything changed in the blink of an eye. Sean experienced a sudden stroke that turned his life completely upside down. This is his story, a man of family, faith, integrity, and resilience. With the unwavering support of his wife, Stephanie, who is also in the crowd here today, and their 2 sons, he met reality head on. He knew he could not return to his former role. So he charted a new path and has done so with determination and perseverance. Sean learned to navigate new systems, worked with Social Security, received vocational rehabilitation services, and explored assistive technology, all in the quest of returning back to work. He explored business support services and launched his own business, Lyons Den LLC. And in 2022, Sean Lyons joined Team GF&P at the South Dakota Game, Fish, and Parks Department, where he embraced unfamiliar responsibilities with humility and optimism. Today, he assists GFP's legal counsel with policy drafting, rule packages, compliance, contract management, and legislative work. Sean strives each and every day to serve and connect people and families to the outdoors. Despite the significant physical and mental strains that Sean experienced, he is not afraid to speak candidly with others about his experiences. Sean creates monthly motivational videos to inspire others. He has spoken at disability awareness events, and he serves on both the Board of Vocational Rehabilitation and also serves with his local stroke support group as well. As one colleague said it best, Sean's journey, strength of character, and steadfast commitment to excellence embody the very spirit of this award. Therefore, it is with great privilege that I congratulate Sean Lyons as the 2025 Outstanding Employee with a Disability. Sean?
Well, thank you, Secretary Roebling. Good morning. Good morning. This is a part we say good morning. So a funny story. Years ago, Governor Roden made a reproduction of my grandfather's old cattle branding iron. Often I thought he would use it on this now recovering lobbyist. But instead, I proudly display it in my office. There, you can't use it on me. I accept this award with humility and deep gratitude as a testament to determination, purpose, as well as the importance of accessibility and inclusion. A little over 8 years ago, my life shifted unexpectedly when I had a stroke and began a journey I never anticipated. I had to relearn how to walk and basic functions such as talking, which is still a work in progress. But I also learned much more about myself. Recovery tested my abilities, patience, confidence, and sense of identity. But it also gave me a renewed appreciation for life and a determination to keep contributing. I could not have come this far alone. I owe so much to those who have and continue to walk beside me, my wife, who is courageously facing and winning her own health issues, our sons, family and friends, healthcare providers, and my co-workers at the Department of Game Fish and Parks. Thank you, Secretary Wolvin. I know there were moments when they wondered if I was up to the task, even when I had my own doubts. But they gave me grace and space to heal, as well as purpose. And special thanks to Tara Beam with Black Hills Special Services Cooperative, who nominated me for this award. We've worked with her over the last several years, and I'm proud to call her our friend. By showing up each day, knowing that I've been given a second chance and a desire to make a difference, I've learned that having a disability is not the end of contributing. It's simply a different way of showing grit. My mother, who suffered from polio, used to say, when you think you have it bad, somebody has it worse than you. If I testified before this you, if I testified before then Leader Roden's legislative committee, when my voice was a little bit better, he would twirl the gavel in his hands if he thought I was going too long, and he really did. Did you? So I'll wrap this up. To my fellow employees with disabilities, when you feel sent to the scrap heap, keep showing up and doing the work. Give yourself grace, especially when you make mistakes. To others, thank you for believing in the abilities of those who live with disabilities. You may be surprised at their abilities, determination, and perspective they bring to the table. And to everyone who walks beside someone on this journey, thank you.
Well, thank you, Kevin, and congratulations, Sean. I think this year marks 25 years I've been coming to Pier, and Sean was one of the first lobbyists that I met and gained a lot of respect for him. And just like he said, we didn't always agree on everything, and I'd remind myself that Sean's only human. He's going to be wrong from time to time. That's all right. Well, next up, it's my privilege to introduce our outstanding employer in the small business category. Please welcome to the podium Audra Cardwell. Audra.
Thank you so much. I am Audra Cardwell. I'm an Employment Specialist Coordinator with Black Hills Special Services, and I work with the Department of Vocational Rehabilitation here in Pier. I have the pleasure of working with the first of our next set of award winners, the outstanding employers who have made great strides towards improving and expanding employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities. I'm happy to recognize the Eagle Butte Co-op Association as the recipient of the Small Employer category. The Eagle Butte Co-op Association has long been a cornerstone of the local community, offering essential services through its hardware store, feed store, gas station, and auto shop, meeting the needs that might otherwise go unmet in the area. I would like to add that they have also added a daycare so the employees have somewhere to take their children, and a food truck, which is delicious. Today, the co-op proudly employs approximately 40 employees. Under the leadership of the general manager, Kathy Fisher, the co-op has shown an unwavering commitment to inclusive employment. Through active partnership with tribal and state vocational rehabilitation programs, Kathy has worked to recruit, support, and empower employees with disabilities, setting a strong example of what true community leadership looks like. The co-op embraces flexibility and workplace accommodations, providing on-the-job training, modified work schedules, and reassignments to support both employees and business needs. Under Kathy's leadership, employees have more than just a job. She offers extra hours to those in need, honors and respects Native American traditions, and helps individuals develop essential employment and independent living skills. Kathy takes the time to understand each employee's unique strengths, connects them with supportive coworkers, and serves as an advocate for their success. Kathy's dedication shines through in countless ways. She arranged to have logos sewn onto clothing to boost an employee's confidence, encouraged staff to explore different roles to discover their best fit, provided rides to ensure their safety, and purchased work gear when needed. She even opened a daycare to support the employees with children, helping them balance work and family responsibilities. Kathy and the entire team of the Eagle Butte Co-op Association have created a workplace where employees feel like family. They're valued, supported, and empowered. And if you ask any of the employees, they will tell you they feel like family. It's pretty awesome. Their commitment has built a safe, inclusive environment that not only strengthens their workforce, but also reflects deep community values. For these reasons and many more, I am proud to announce Eagle Butte Co-op Association as the 2025 Outstanding Small Private Employer of the Year, and accepting the award is Kathy Fisher.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Audra, and congratulations once again to everyone with the Eagle Butte Co-op Association. Next, to introduce our outstanding private employer in the large employer category, please welcome to the microphone Laura Stoltenberg. Laura?
Hello, my name is Laura Stoltenberg. I am the office supervisor with Department of Human Services, Division of Rehabilitation Services in Aberdeen. I'm very happy to be here to recognize the award recipient for the large private employer category, a business that I have had the pleasure of working with for many years. Ken's Superfair Foods was founded in Aberdeen under the leadership of Ken Fiedler, along with other partners. The supermarket has grown into a cherished family-owned enterprise. Today, Ken's son, Kevin, serves as the president and the CEO. Multiple generations of the Fiedler family remain actively involved in supporting the business. The store in Aberdeen serves as the cornerstone for the community, supporting smaller Ken's Superfair locations in neighboring towns. Ken's Superfair Foods has been instrumental in employing people with disabilities for more than 30 years. Kevin, Paul, who's the store manager, and Ray, the front-end manager, have established long-term partnerships with South Dakota's rehabilitation services, providers, mental health centers, local school districts, and other community resources to hire and retain employees with disabilities. These relationships have allowed Ken's Superfair Foods to offer specialized employment experiences to employees. Ken's staff appreciate having job coaches come on site when needed to train new employees who might require more individualized supports. In support of their nomination, an employee with a disability stated, "The management of Ken's is the best that she has ever worked for and teaches employees on a daily basis how to solve problems." Customers have come to expect exceptional service characterized by speed and friendliness. Ken's employees pride themselves on their courteous demeanor. There is a strong emphasis on working together as a team, and employees are expected to treat each other with respect and equality. Employees are engaged in all stages of employment, such as onboarding, training, and routine employee check-ins. The Warner School District, a supporter of Ken's Superfair Foods nomination, wrote that Kevin is always reaching out to those students and encouraging them to try various new skills. Kevin and his staff serve as a resource for other employers in the community. They have participated on panels speaking about the benefits of hiring individuals with disabilities and how it positively can impact a business's bottom line. For their positive attitude toward inclusion for all, it's my pleasure to present the 2025 Outstanding Large Private Employer Award to Ken Superfair Foods. Congratulations.
Well, again, thank you, Laura, and congratulations to everyone in the Ken Superfairs Food. Next up, to introduce our outstanding public employer, please welcome Heidi Meekum to the microphone. Heidi?
Hello, I'm Heidi Meekum, the Executive Director of the Workplace Disability Network, and I have the privilege of, what?
It's distracting.
Yeah, there we go. I have the honor of telling you a little bit about our next award recipient, the Outstanding Public Employer. It is a privilege to share with you about a community that not only leads by truly redefining what is meant by an inclusive and forward-thinking workplace. The City of Bellevue creates an environment where individuals with disabilities not only are accommodated, but they are welcomed, valued, and empowered. As their nominator eloquently put it, the city has created an environment where everyone benefits through thoughtful policy, strategic partnerships, and proactive community collaboration. Central to their employment efforts are the Tri-State Museum, the Recreational Center, and the Public Library. Within these locations, individuals with disabilities work in integral roles, contributing to the city's daily operations and growing in a supportive, team-based environment. Bellevue is not just offering jobs, but they are building careers. Their goal is long-term success through continuous learning, career advancement, and professional development. With each step, they are cultivating a stronger, more capable workforce that uplifts the entire community. The city's commitment goes far beyond the hiring process. They lead with understanding and support the unique needs of their employees. Accommodations such as on-the-job training, flexible schedules, modified work environments, and accessible technologies are not just checkboxes. They are tools for empowerment, productivity, and independence. At the heart of the success are the city's core values: teamwork, respect, and open communication. These principles are embraced by every member of the workforce and reflected in the city's daily operations. The city of Bellevue reminds us that when we remove barriers and open doors, we all move forward. Their leadership is not only changing lives, but also setting a new standard. So congratulations to the City of Belle Fourche. Accepting the award are Jason Lafayette and Jody Westberg.
Well, thank you, Heidi, and congratulations once again to everyone from the City of Belle Fourche. Next, to introduce the award for Outstanding Transition Services, please welcome to the microphone an old friend of mine, young friend of mine, Chrissy Peterson.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Peterson, the Special Services Director for Meade School District. And it is my absolute honor to recognize my beloved by all teacher, Steve Hilton, as the recipient of the Outstanding Transition Award for his dedication, creativity, and commitment, which has transformed the lives of countless students at Sturgis Brown High School for the last 8 years. After a remarkable 35-year career with the fire service at Ellsworth Base, Steve began a new chapter in 2017. When he accepted the role as a special education teacher, working with students with significant disabilities in a self-contained classroom at the high school. This role became his true calling. Each year, Steve works with about 20 students, providing academic instruction and real-life experiences to prepare them for life after high school. He also includes general education students as classroom assistants, promoting inclusion and respect. Steve is also mentoring a student who hopes to become a special education student or a special education teacher. Beyond the classroom, Steve has coached 20 years, officiating high school sports, actively participating in Black Hills Coaches Associations. He volunteers with Special Olympics and works closely with local agencies, such as the South Dakota Department of Human Services Vocational Rehabilitation Program, community support providers, and the DHS Division of Developmental Disabilities to ensure his students with disabilities have the resources they need for life beyond high school. Steve's work with the Project Skills Program has helped many students gain work experiences, with several moving into competitive employment. In 2020, he launched the Scooper Sam's Awesome Coffee Hut, which is a student-run coffee shop right in Steve's classroom. Students learn customer service by taking orders from staff, money handling, and teamwork. He also created the Bunko Bucks, a reward system that teaches life skills are fun in a meaningful way. Steve absolutely sees the potential in every student and creates a zillion opportunities for them to thrive. His work exemplifies what outstanding transition services should be, preparing people for successful, independent futures. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Steve Hilton as the 2025 recipient of the Outstanding Transition Services Award.
All right, thank you, Chrissy. It's good seeing a familiar face back in Pierre. Chrissy was one of the teachers in Meade County when I served on the school board. And I've often said that that's why I end up in the legislature and where I am today, because I ran for the legislature so I'd have an excuse to get off the school board. That never gets old. And congratulations to Steve. So, last but certainly not least, we have the award for distinguished service. Tricia Eggers will introduce our award winner.
Hi, I'm Tricia Eggers, rehabilitation teacher for the DHS Division of Service to the Blind and Visually Impaired. It is my honor to recognize this year's Distinguished Service Award. This award goes to someone whose dedication and service have profoundly impacted the lives of South Dakotans. Sandy Neihart dedicated 39 years to public service in our state before retiring this past summer. She started working for DHS's Division of Service to the Blind and Visually Impaired in 2002, serving as a program specialist for the Older Blind Independent Living Service program. One of her most lasting contributions was implementing the closed-circuit television lease loan program several years ago. Through her leadership, the program has grown to serve more than 1,200 individuals with low vision, providing access to essential technology that many could not afford. Sandy also worked tirelessly to expand and integrate services, collaborating with programs like the Telecommunication Adaptive Devices Program and championing the use of iDevices for individuals who are blind or visually impaired. She also played a vital role in the Assistive Technology Access Project, connecting individuals to specialized low vision training from expert technicians. When COVID hit, she quickly adapted by launching virtual peer support groups, continuing to connect individuals with the support that they needed. Sandy has served on numerous councils and committees and was a familiar face at state and national conventions, always advocating for programs and services to empower those with vision loss. A supporter of her nomination said it best: "She has shaped the culture, capacity, and heart of the Division of Service to the Blind and Visually Impaired. She is respected for her accomplishments and cherished for her humility and dedication. This award is a small reflection of Sandy's immense impact. Her career was defined by integrity, excellence, and an enduring commitment to others. Please join me in honoring Sandy as this year's Distinguished Service Award recipient."
Well, congratulations to each and every one of our award winners for their accomplishments. Today is a reminder of all the incredible work that these individuals, businesses, and organizations do for our state and the contributions they make. You are promoting and advancing employment opportunities for South Dakota with disabilities in our great state. And for all of that, I say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for what you do. Thank you all for being here. God bless you, and may God continue to bless our great state of South Dakota. Thank you.